We begin with breaking news, signs of a potential thaw in relations between the U.S. and China. President Biden met with Chinese President Xi Jinping in California yesterday, their first time in a room together in more than a year. They announced agreements on issues like the fentanyl crisis and military relations. But there was a setback afterward when President Biden made a comment about President Xi. Weijia Jiang is in San Francisco. Weijia, good morning.
Nate, good morning to you and good morning to everybody. President Biden called the discussion some of the most productive and constructive the two leaders have ever had at a summit where every element was carefully choreographed and negotiated right down to what Xi Jinping would see when he looked out the window. But that setback you mentioned happened when the president was speaking off the cuff, reiterating his belief that Xi is a dictator.
We're back to direct, open, clear, direct communications.
President Biden came out of the summit announcing that the two countries agreed to crack down on the illegal production of fentanyl by targeting the Chinese companies that supply and export the ingredients used to make the opioid. And both agreed to restore key military communications after China went dark back in August last year when then House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan.
Miscalculations on either side can cause real trouble with a country like China or any other major country.
Beijing's continued aggression in the South China Sea has fueled fears that it will invade Taiwan. The president reiterated that the U.S. maintains the small island's sovereignty. President Biden also underscored his support of Israel, defending the move to raid Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza, where he said Hamas is operating a command center underground, according to U.S. intelligence. Is the operation underway justified?
We've discussed the need for them to be incredibly careful. You have a circumstance where you know there is a fair number of Hamas terrorists. Hamas has already said publicly that they plan on attacking Israel again.
China has not publicly condemned the October Hamas attack. After meeting with Xi, the president made clear that there are limits to the relationship with Xi Jinping.
After today, would you still refer to President Xi as a dictator? This is a term that you used earlier this year.
Well, look, he is. I mean, he's a dictator in the sense that he is the guy who runs a country that is a communist country.
The Chinese Foreign Ministry responded to those comments, calling them extremely wrong and irresponsible. President Xi attended a dinner here last night with CEOs, while both leaders will continue their meetings surrounding the APEC summit today. Gayle?
Thank you very much, Weijia.